In the name of the Creator of universes. This is video number 6. We have 57 slides. 2 of them are repeated, a couple of them are from Torah, rest of them are sentences from Quran. God sent this sequence of numbers 2 years ago. I kept it on paper, and today is the day to be given to people. Number 1. Ya ayyuhan Nabi, you messenger, قل لأزواجك, tell your wife and children and wives of believers and women of believers, you should wear decent clothes. You have to cover this area, cover bottom, cover right, cover left, cover your arm. Neck up is alright. Foot, not short skirt, no. Ordinary trousers, ordinary clothes, whatever you wear. You are not going to promote sexual stimulation. If you do, women, you degrade yourself to worthless objects, to whores and prostitutes. Learn that. This is word of God. God wants men to wear decent clothes, women wear decent clothes. Imagine you are an accountant in a reputable company. What type of clothes you would dress? Like that. Use your brain. Do not degrade yourself to worthless prostitutes and whores. This is a satanic society at this moment. In your TV, in your magazines, everywhere in the street, all women are whores and prostitutes. Look at their clothes. They are all promoting sexual activities. It is okay, you can do that with your wife and husband. One man, one woman in a faithful, committed, loyal marriage. No other form. Homosexuals you should kill. Lesbians you should kill. They are diseases of society. And women should wear decent clothes and men should wear decent clothes. Respectful. Respect yourself, others will respect you. Slide 2. قُلْ يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ هَادُوا إِنْ زَعَمْتُمْ أَنَّكُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ اللَّهِ مِنْ دُونِ النَّاسِ فَتَمَنَّوا الْمَوْتَ إِنْ كُنْتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. This is for Jews. Hey, Jews, I am Moses, you know? You know who is that? He's the guy who brought 600,000 of you out of Egypt, rescued you. What a mistake. You created a Satan worshipping nation. If you think that you are friends of God and not friends of material world and material possessions and money and worldly stuff, if you think you are friends of God, ask that. Ask God, let us die. You will see. If you are truthful, you will see you will do that or not. I wrote about this in the book Holy Week on Earth, the last book of God, which is updating Quran, updating Bible, updating Torah. All old books of God should be updated with vegan, everything related to animals, animal sacrifice, animal eating, animal using and misusing, anything related to animals should be crossed out with red line. No, it all changed. Holy Week on Earth is the last book of God, is the new one. Other stuff that you believed in your books, in Quran and Bible and Torah, that is fine, believe, except then vegan you should add to it. I wrote in the Week on Earth, Holy Week on Earth book of God. God sent that before as well to tell Jews. The story of that was the time of Muhammad, peace be on him. Muhammad said, hey, you people, you are friend of God or I am messenger of God at that time. At this time, Muhammad said that. we make this mubahala. In that day, all of you bring your people, sit there. I will come with my family. I will come with Ali and Fatima, my daughter, and I stand there. You ask that, I ask that, we will see. God kill us. See who is friend of God, who is truthful, who is liar. They didn't show up. They didn't show up in that day. Muhammad was there and his family was there. They didn't show up. Ali, peace be on him. Ali was Asadullah. He was Lion of God. They were there. Jews didn't come. You know you are breaking word of God. You know you are material world. You are friends of material world. You have nothing to do with God anymore. Slide 3. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى. God, Yahweh, teacher of universes, is commanding you to do justice. Ihsan, doing good things. Be good, be nice. Give from your heart, from your love, from your real God, which is money. Give from that to your family and people who are near you. ينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر. And tell people not do these dirty, filthy things that they do. Ugly things. Immorality. It's not that you don't do it. That's definitely you shouldn't do. It is that you have to go and talk. Use your tongue and tell people to stop that. والباغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. I am telling you these things, hopefully you will be notified. God said that you should talk. Everybody is responsible for preaching against immorality. All of you. Slide 4. وانذر الناس يوم تأتيهم العذاب فيقول الذين ظلموا ربنا أخرنا على أجل قريب. Warn them against the day that painful torture of God will appear over your head, and unjust people will say, oh, prophets, I wish I had been listening to Moses. The judgment day is over your head. It's just waiting to happen. Plan is designed by the Creator. 3 types of judgment day. When you die, there will be judgment. There will be one large judgment at the end of the time. We are not talking about those two. We are talking about the judgment for nations who are unjust. The earth, all of it is one nation of pest, parasite, bacteria, human-shaped things. That they kill animals and eat corpse, you zombies. The judgment day for the planet Earth is waiting as karma, as reaction of your injustice to animals. Wait. If you don't go vegan, all of you, 11 commandment, everybody, every human must become vegan. I don't expect dogs become vegan because they're stupid. If you're as stupid as dog, a steak corpse eater. Humans should become vegan. If that does not happen, the judgment day for the planet Earth will appear. The World War III will burn you alive. 7 billion of you, parasite, unjust. I'm warning you. I'm here just to warn you. Not just treating, warning, giving good news and being witness of your injustice. And good news, the earth will be for vegans. That's it. That's the plan. Slide 5. Al-mulku yawma'izin lillah. Kingdom at that time belonged to God. يحكم بينهم فالذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات في جنات النعيم. In the day of judgment, kingdom, judgment belongs to God, and those who are believers and do the best thing that they can do, amal salih, salih. Salih means the best thing that you can do. Salih was the name of Prophet of God too at that time. Anybody who is believer and do the best thing that they can do, they will go to heaven. 6. قل يا أهل الكتاب هل تنغمون منا إلا أن آمنا بالله وما أنزل إلينا وما أنزل من قبل وإن أكثركم فاسقون. Tell you people of book, Jews, Muslims, Christians, all of you, you are supposed to be people of book of God, and those Indians who have some God believing, unity believing religions of God. Not all of them. There are 300 model of them. Most of them are as stupid as dogs. They have 200 idols and nonsense that they believe. Forget about them. People of book who believe in God, the believers. Hey, you, why are you revenging? Why are you against us? Vegan religion is religion of God. We say Muslims are alright, Christians, Jews, and God believer Hindus are alright. As long as they update their book with the last book of God, which is Holy Vegan Earth, everybody should become vegan. You should not be unjust to animals. Eat vegetable, eat rice, I don't care what you eat. Don't eat and die by hunger. You should not kill animals. That's none of my business what you eat. Eat whatever. If you don't find anything to eat, don't eat and die by hunger. You are not allowed to kill animals. We say we believe in all of the stuff that God sent before and this new thing. You should be with us, supporting us, and convert all of you to vegan religion. But we know why, because أكثركم فاسقون. Most of you are defiled. Most of you, you say I am Muslim and Christian, and you are dirty, filthy, and you know that. That's why you are against everything. You are against your own book, you are against vegan religion, you are against God, and you will go to hell. 7. 75:25. تظن أن يفعل به فاقرة. This, I said that in the previous videos as well. You are waiting for a back-breaking, painful punishment to destroy you all. This is for decapitating one. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about 7 billion of you will burn alive in the World War III, which is planned. Burning alive. Wait for the smoke in the sky. Then you will understand what karma means. Kill animals. We kill you all like bacteria. When I say we, means God and His messengers. I cannot kill more than one person. And what's the use of it? There are 7 billion of you corpse eaters. It's not my job. My job is describing for you what is going to happen. You know that. You are waiting for that. All of your media and TV and movies shows your fear, and that fear should be real. Unjust nation of earth will be burned to death, to destruction, completely. Deuteronomy 27:26. Cursed be he that confirmed not the words of this law. And all people will say Amen. What is the law? 11th commandment. All humans must become vegan, except dogs. I don't expect dogs to become vegan. Wild dogs. If you are a vegetarian, if you are a vegan and have a dog as a pet, you should keep that dog vegan or you have to kill it. Because dog is not responsible. Dog is stupid. You are supposed to be not stupid. You are not going to kill chicken and sheep and give to a beast piece of garbage dog to eat. Keep the dog vegan or kill it. We don't expect wild dogs to become vegan. What we expect humans, they have a little small brain to understand what I say. You will be cursed in this life and burned alive repeatedly in hell. Slide 9, 36:13. I read to 29. واضرب لهم مثل أصحاب القرية جاء المسلمون. Tell them example of that place that God sent them some messengers. Now I find the whole 26. This was 13, 36, 13. I read until 29. 36, 13, God says, give them the example of that story of that place that I sent messengers for them. 36, 13. 14. I sent to them 2 messengers. They didn't listen. I sent the 3rd one and said, we are messenger of God. We are bringing this message to you to believe in God and listen to stuff that God says. قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا. What are you? You look like a human like us. Yes. Messengers are human like you. Messengers for human planet are human. Messenger for alien planet are alien. Somebody from their own species, so they can relate to. They said, those messengers told people, ما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون. God has not sent anything to you except and you denied. This is nature of humans. They have been stupid, they are stupid. I hope they change, but I'm not sure his hope will happen. Same stupidity always. The messenger of God said, I am messenger of God and this is what God said. They don't believe. قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم مرسلون. They said, God, our teacher knows that we are bringing message of God for you. ما علينا إلا بلاغ المبين. Except then clearly describing things for you, we have no other responsibility. قالوا, people told them, إنا تتينا بكم لن تنتهوا. They said, you are bad omen for us if you don't convert to the way that ordinary people do, which is stupidity, your past life and present life, then we will kill you and destroy you. Messengers told them, this omen is with yourself. If there is any misfortune in your life, because you are not following rules of God, that's why. And you are musrif, you are wasting resources. Just look at your food. You buy $10 food, eat half of it, $5 trash. Go to your restaurants, go to your university restaurants, go to your everywhere. You waste food, you waste electricity, you waste everything. Resources of God. Some of you are rich and waste a lot of resources, and millions of you are hungry, die at night by hunger. Why? Is that omen or not? Yes. Who caused it? You stupid rich people. Don't waste resources. Give from what you got from God to poor people. Well, poor people. Mountain, rich people. Cut top of the mountain, put in the well, half of your money give to the poor people. Equality, justice. 36:20. وَجَاءَ مِنْ أَقْصَى الْمَدِينَةِ رَجُلٌ. From the city somebody came and said, hey, listen to these people, these are messenger of God. 21. Follow them. They are not asking you anything. They are not asking you money, they are not asking you anything. This is messenger of God, always has the same responsibility. Don't ask money from people, don't ask anything from people. Those filthy, satanic TV preachers, Benny Hinn, and hundreds of garbage people like that, they get money from you and use for their own life. They go to hell. They are not messenger of God, they are messenger of Satan. This is very clear. Your YouTube is filled with research about this type of preacher, are all working for Satan. Messengers of God do not ask anything from humans. They don't need it. That guy came from the city and said, hey, people, listen to these people. These are messenger of God. They don't ask you anything, and they are guided to the path of God. They want to guide you. 36:22. And why should I not worship the God who created me, and I will be returned to God? 23. Should I take other than God? I take false deities, false gods with a small g, like your politicians and musicians and singers and dancers and writers and clowns. These are all your gods, your idols. They cannot help me in the judgment day. They talk with the God, they say, oh, please, let these people go to heaven because we misguided them. God said, all of them go to hell, you too. 36:24. If I follow any of these idols of the society, politicians, writers, singers, clowns, dancers, all of these garbage people, all of them, if I follow these, I go to hell. I will be in the path of destruction. That believer guy told to those messengers, I believe in you and I listen to you. It was said, enter the heaven. He said, I wish my people could know. بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين, because God forgave my problems and small sins that I did and assigned me to be among those people who are honored by God. إن كان لله صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون. They extinguished one sound and they all extinguished, destroyed. To chewed vegetable, dust. God said, tell them this story. I sent messenger 1, they didn't listen. Messenger 2, they didn't listen. That guy came and said, hey, listen to these messenger people. They are word of God, they are repeating word of God. They didn't listen, huh? You don't listen to my messengers. I warned you, I destroy you all. This is going to happen to the whole earth, to the nation of pests, corpse eaters of earth. All of you, 7 billion parasites, will go to hell. Burn alive here and then go to hell. Why? Because you are unjust to animals. Slide 10. 682. الذين آمنوا ولم يلبسوا إيمانهم بظلم. Those people who are believers and do not mix their belief with injustice. أولئك لهم الأمن. They should have a peace of mind. فهم مهتدون. They are guided. You say I am Jew, you say I am Muslim, you say I am Christian, I am believer. Yes, sort of I accept, sort of, not completely. But you are mixing your belief with zulm, with injustice. Killing the sheep and cow and chicken and fish and all animals is injustice. Your belief and injustice are mixed. You are not guided. You will be burned and go to hell. You got it? This is 682. From your book, Muslims. Injustice will pay with pain in this life, pain in this life, and double pain, burning in hell. Slide 11, 2388. قل, tell them, من بيده ملكوت كل شيء. Who is owner and king of everything. هو يجير ولا يجار. Who can protect you. He doesn't need anybody to protect him because he has zillions and zillions and zillions and billions of megawatt and terawatt of power. He doesn't need to be protected, but he can protect you. He doesn't protect everyone. He can protect you if you listen to him. إن كنتم تعلمون. Use your brain, then understand. I told you what the unified field is, proof of the existence of God with mathematics and physics in the book Read and Learn. 8710, slide 12. سيذكر من يخشى. Only those people who have this quality of yakhsha, they are notified. They understand what you say. Yakhsha, what is that? Yakhsha means when I see something large and huge like a mountain, powerful, I say, wow, look at that, this is big, this is powerful. And fear. Imagine you are an ant, and you are. And a huge elephant is over you with his foot like that. He has power to smash you in a fraction of a second to liquid, to zero. You should be afraid of him to make him angry. One little ant you are, an elephant is over you waiting to smash you not. Power is there, you should be fearful. If you have brain, if you are not blind and see the power. That's the yakhsha. Only those people who have brain and realize the largeness of power of God, and he is angry. That fear. 37:15, slide 13. وَقَالُوا إِنَّ هَذَا إِلَّا سِحْرٌ مُبِينٌ. And they said, this is magic, this is real magic. What real magic? They said that to Muhammad about this book, this Quran that I'm reading. Muhammad didn't write. Muhammad couldn't read and write, man. He was illiterate. That is why this is magic. Any of you who have a small brain, go and learn another language, go and learn Arabic and read this book. You understand this is not written by any human. Power is showing itself. The guy who was living among them, he was a shepherd taking camels from here to there and buying stuff and selling stuff with the money of somebody else, with the money of Khadija, who was his wife. He didn't have money either, and he was illiterate. He brought this book. Wow, look at that. This is magic. He cannot do that. This is magic. They said that to Muhammad. Now, those who have brain, if they come and see the book, if they come and see Holy Week on earth and the proof that I am Moses, I talk with God every day, two-way communication and proof, mathematical proof, mathematics is there to prove. I described it in the book and you can see in real time. It needs computer science, it needs quantum mechanics, and it needs mathematics to describe for you why, how it works. And I did. You see the physics, you see the mathematics, you see it is working, but you don't know, still don't know. You say this is magic. Yeah, it is magic. It's not magic. It's a science above level of a stupid level of humans. It is God. He said it's proof that he says Moses and he talks with God. It is doing it, but it is magic. No, it's not magic. I described it with physics and mathematics, how it works. Read in the book and learn. 14. 36:70. لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين. To warn those who are alive and justify the word against disbelievers. Hayy means alive. Majority of you are not alive, are dead, walking dead zombies. 7 billion human-shaped pests, parasites are walking on this earth. They are not alive. Majority of them are dead. I described it before. I repeat how it works so you get the logic. Hell is empty. All the spirits of hell are here. Who said that? Some writer a few 100 years ago maybe he said that. It's truth. Spirits of hell come here, kill the kids of 3 years old, human soul is out, a spirit of hell take over the body and animate it. Practically, technically, that thing is a dead human. Is a spirit of hell inside that body. Test, give him a piece of shit, corpse they eat. Why? Because they are from hell. In the hell they eat corpse of each other. They kill each other and alive eat the flesh of each other. Here they do too. Dead. Walking dead. Somebody says, oh, I was not vegan, now I am vegan. Am I a spirit of hell too? No. It means that your human spirit was strong, the demonic spirit couldn't kick you out, you stayed there and fought and fought and fought and received the knowledge from vegans, and you kick the spirit out and now you take over your own body, you are a human. Anybody who is vegan and he was not vegan and became vegan, it means the soul resisted and took over his own body. They are alive. Anybody who is not vegan is dead, humanly dead. No human soul is there. They are spirits of hell. لَيُنْذَرْ مَنْ كَانَ حَيًّا. Only warn those people who are alive. If you are alive, you understand. If you are dead, you are a demonic spirit from hell, and you go back to hell. You go home. You will be happy there. Yeah, you will be burned again. You will be happy. Kafirin, unbelievers. They don't understand. If you have brain and you are atheist, read proofs of existence of God in the book. That's why I am here, to help some of atheists to learn and convert to believer, and to help those who are alive to become vegan, to stop this injustice. Slide 15. 58:6. يَوْمَ يَبْعَثُهُمُ اللَّهُ جَمِيعًا. The day that God will bring all of you up, will make all of you alive again. فَيُنَبِّئُهُمْ بِمَا عَمَلُوا. And will show you what you have been doing in these 70s, 80s, 60, 50 years that you were making mess on this earth. He will show you what you were doing. Allah wa nasu. God remembers and you forgot. They show you like a movie. Every single minute that you were making mess on the earth, you will see. Allah ala kulli shay'in shaheed. The biggest witness of everything and everyone is God itself. Himself will watch and record. Slide 16. 35:40. قل أرأيتم شركاءكم الذي تدعون من دون الله أروني ماذا خلقوا من الأرض. Say, have you considered your partners whom you invoke besides God? Show me what they have created from the earth, or have they partnership with God? Or have we, God, given them a book so they are standing on evidence? No. Zalimun, unjust people, do not promise each other except delusion. God sent Quran and Bible and Old Testament and New Testament and now Holy Week on Earth. These are books of God. Holy Week on Earth is the last book of God, updating other books. And there is proof in it. There is proof that this is book of God. I didn't write it. There is not a sentence there that I wrote. They are all sentences God sent. Sent from Quran and Torah in a certain way, in a certain time, and told me, write it down. I wrote it and describe it for them. Slide 17. وأطيعوا الله وأطيعوا الرسول واحذروا فإن توليتم فاعلموا إنما على رسولنا إلا البلاغ المبين. You must follow and obey God, and follow and obey me, Rasul, messenger of God, and you should know. You should be warned. If you don't do it and walk away, you must know there is no responsibility for my messenger except then clearly describing it for you. You listen, good for you. You don't listen, who cares? Because we are going to kill you all anyway. Two things, believe in God and go vegan. Stop the injustice and killing up your nonsense beliefs. You're right. Slide 18. 45:26. All tell them, Allah yuhyikum summa yumitukum. God will make you alive, then will kill you, then collect all of you in the day of judgment. There is no doubt about it. There is judgment. You will see that. وَلَكِنْ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. But majority of people do not understand. Yes, we know. They are dumb. Slide 19. 41:6. All tell them, إِنَّمَا أَنَا بَشَرٌ مِثْلُكُمْ. I am a human like you. Yuha Elayya. God is talking with me. How? By sending numbers on computer screen. Computer screen? Yes. This iPad is a computer screen. That desktop computer is a computer screen. The communication software that God talks with me is in my web server, and from all of them I will connect to it, and it is sending me numbers. And I convert numbers to human language and tell you. And the software doesn't need to be on the web server, it can work on the local machine without internet connection. How he is doing it, I don't know. It's God, he can do that. Because he knows more computer science than I. He knows more mathematics than I, 1 billion times more. I have described it with quantum physics a little, how I think it works. He uploads a software temporarily on the machine that takes over the CPU and bypass its own operations and send numbers. And that's why most of the time after communication my computer hangs. Because this software is interrupting everything. So I have to turn it off, everything off again, out of the RAM. Then it works ordinary. Tell them, I'm a human like you. God is sending numbers to me. You are Elayya, talking with me this way. This is age of computer and mathematics, and I am a computer science guy. That is why I can describe this for you. At this time, he will show you computer science and mathematics proof. You were dumber than now. At that time, he made the water open and we passed. Everybody saw, oh, this is magic. Yeah, it's not magic. He did it with some physical means, but you didn't know how. You say it is miracle. When you are very stupid, he will give you something that the stupid people understand. When you are a little more intelligent, like year 2019, give you a computer science miracle. إنما إلهكم إله واحد. God of all of us is one. There is no one God for Jews, one God for Muslim, one God for Christian, 2,000 gods for Hindus. No, there is only one. فاستقيموا إليه. Stand up toward Him. How you can stand up for God, toward God? By fighting for justice. At this time, justice is for rights of animals. Fight by word if you are a grandmother. Fight by sword if you can carry. Fight by AK-47, fight by tank, fight by anything that you can against injustice. Astaghfiru, and ask forgiveness for the dirty things that you have done in your life. They will forgive you if you don't repeat. وَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُشْرِكِينَ, and well in the hell for those people who have duality in their mind. Some of their mind is with God, some of their mind is with, Britney Spears and this singer and that dancer and that clown and that prostitute. They believe in everything. They believe in idols of this satanic society. They have small beliefs in their holy book. They haven't read it yet anyway. And if they have read, they didn't read it completely and they didn't understand. They have messed up beliefs. That's called mushrik. Remove all of the icons of satanic society from your dumb brain. Only God. Only listen to God. How? Read the latest book of God and follow all of it. It's 800 pages. It takes some time to read all of it. Slide 20. 115.8. قُلْ إِنِّي عَلَى بَيِّنَةٍ مِّن رَبِّي. Tell them, I have a clear proof from my teacher. And that is the software that I communicate with God. And that's the book of Holy Week on Earth. That I didn't write, He wrote. I translated to human language. فَكَذَّبْتُمْ بِهِ مَا عِنْدِي مَا تَسْتَعْجِلُونَ بِهِ إِنَّ الْحُكْمَ إِلَّا لِلَّهِ يَغُصُّ الْحَقَّ وَهُوَ خَيْرُ الْفَاصِلِينَ. I have clear reasoning from my teacher, and you have denied what I have brought you with reasoning, which is equal right for all animals, including dogs and cats and sheep and cow and everybody, except and corpse eaters. Corpse eater animals, leave them alone. If they live, they live. If they die, they die. If you want to keep them as pet, you have to keep them vegan. Sheep and cow and chicken and other animals and you human pests are all the same in the eye of God. God said, hey, this is a cow, hey, this is the human, hey, this is a dog, all of you are the same. They have the same equal legal right. I say that. You deny it, you will go to hell. I do not have what you are impatient for. Ma indi ma tastajilun bihi. You say, okay, bring the judgment day. I cannot do that, it's too big. God can do that, and will do, according to His plan. Indeed, hukm lillah. The judgment, the kingdom, the decision, how it will happen and why it will happen and when it will happen, He will do it. It's His jurisdiction. Yaghussul haq. This is justice. وَهُوَ خَيْرُ الْفَاصِلِينَ. God is the best of cutters. Fasl. Cut. This side, injustice. That side, justice. Unjust people will go to hell. Just people will go to heaven. And heaven and hell are truth. What is real nature of them I described in the book. This is 115/8, chapter 115 of Quran. 115. In your printed books you have 114 chapters. I wrote chapter 115. It is in the book, Holy Week on Earth. Print it, add to your Quran. Anyway, I wrote it, but the content He sent me. 21. 3884. God said, this is the truth, and this is the justice of the words. What I said. chapter 115, he sent me, I gave you to add to your Quran. 11th commandment, everybody should become vegan or else you will be burned alive. These are justice of the world. Add 11th commandment to 10th commandment that I brought for you before. 11 is added to it. 22. 1826 قول الله أعلم بما لبسوا له غيب السماوات والأرض. God most knowing of how long they remained. This is about those people in the cave. There were some Ashab Kahf, people of the cave. They were some young people who were believers, and the people of their city were unbelievers, and they're bugging them. They waited in the cave 300 years or something. Is about them. Tell them God knows better. God knows all of the unseen, everything in universe and the earth. How seeing is he, and how hearing? They have not besides him any protector, and he shares not his legislation with anyone. God is owner, is the king, and he decides, and he does whatever he likes. You don't like it, get out of here. Get out of this universe that is owned by one God. Can you do that? Sorry, there is no other place. 23. 11, 13. Am yaqulun aftarah. They say, oh, he's making up these things. Yeah, I'm making up. You will see. I don't make up a sentence, a word. And everything that I see, there is proof and reasoning about it. Go and read the reasoning in the book. قُلْ فَأْتُوا بِعَشْرِ سُورَةٍ مِثْلِهِ. Bring a book, a tenth of this. If you can, bring your own book, get any help that you want. A book that has this complex mathematical structure like Quran has complex mathematical structure like Holy Week on Earth. If you can bring any help from anywhere and make a book like that, a tenth of worth of this, you are right. But you can't. Because these books are written by somebody who is above axis of time. You are a material thing in time. You don't know future, you don't know past. You cannot affect past and future. Magic, miracles that are in Holy Week on Earth, I described in it. Some of them that I have discovered, I described, it is in the book. Go and read. Nobody can do such a thing except then somebody who is being helped by God. And who did that? Muhammad did that. And who did that? I did that. And Muhammad didn't do it. Muhammad was getting revelation from God to Gabriel, to his mind, and he was talking, people were writing. Listen, Holy Week on Earth, I wrote again. He sent me numbers on the computer screen. I wrote on a paper and went to Quran and Torah, translated it, what this chapter is, what this number is, wrote it for you. These books are magic. These books are miracles. Proofs and miracles are in the book. Go and read and learn. How can I do that? Because he decided to do it. I cannot do it. I tell you a joke. Once I was annoyed or something that he said I didn't like. I told him very clearly. I said, you know what? I will go, these things you are telling me, I will go and read your books, and whatever you have written, I just copy, convert it, make it my own. The best part that I like, I write, and make my own book. The best stuff that you said, I will translate and write there myself, and said, this is my book, this is not a book of God, I wrote it. I mean, I plagiarism or something, I plagiarism your books. I said that to him. And he said, oh yeah, do it, and I will burn you alive in hell. And believe me, I don't do it. Who cares that I wrote a book or not? I didn't. I wrote a mathematics and computer science books. It is on Amazon, go and find. Who cares? Nonsense. There are thousands of physics books, thousands of mathematics books. I don't care. But this, Who Living on Earth, I didn't write. That logic and computer science book, yes, I wrote. But so what? Yeah, you cannot do these things unless he helps. Slide 24. 62:6. قول يا أيها الذين هادوا, tell them, hey, this is the repeat, this is the second time. Tell them, hey, Jews, you say we are awliya Allah, we are friends of God, yeah. You, the big fat beard Jew rabbi, come and sit there. That Satan worshipper Pope, come and sit there. I, Moses, sit here, and we ask in front of the live TV. It just take 3 minutes. You say, God, kill me. You say, God, kill me. I say, God, kill me. We will see who is dead and who is alive. You don't have it in you. You don't have the guts to do that. At that time of Muhammad, you didn't do it. This time, I don't expect you have the guts to do it. Why? Because you know you are wrong. You know you are worshippers of money, not God. You are worshippers of Satan, not God. 25. 592. Va'atiullah, va'atiur Rasul. This is repeat as well. 17 and this 25 are the same. This is the second time. You must obey God. You must obey what I say, Moses, messenger of God, says, and be warned. If you don't do it and walk away, I don't care, God doesn't care, we'll burn you alive and send you to hell. Our messenger has no responsibility except then clearly describing for you. Add 11 commandments to your books, add chapter 115 to your Quran. Everybody should become, or else all of you will die. This is, I'm warning, but saying clearly. 26. 6:47. قل أرأيتم إن أعطاكم عذاب الله بغتة أو جهرة هل يهلكم إلا القوم الظالمون. Have you considered if the punishment of God, the big painful torture of God, azab, unexpectedly appears and destroys you all? Who is going to be killed and destroyed except the nation of unjust? You kill 50 billion animals a year and eat like a dog? It's injustice. You will be burned alive. 27. 67:29. قل هو الرحمن آمنا به. Tell them God is kind to everybody, kind to dog and cat and human and camel and sheep and chicken and everything. And we have belief in him. وعليه توكلنا. And we ask help and support only from God, not from anybody else. من هو في ضلال مبين. Who is in clear error? You shall see. Slide 28. 32:11. قل يتوفاكم ملك الموت. This Israel, angel of death, will kill you all. كلون, all of you. وإلى ربكم ترجعون, and all of you will be returned to God, to your teacher. Slide 29. 34 36 قل إن ربي يبسط الرزق لمن يشاء ويقدر ولكن أكثر الناس لا يعلمون. Tell them, my teacher God is increasing money of anybody he wants and make restriction for anybody that he wants, and majority of people don't know. Sometimes gives a lot of money to a wrongdoer person to become an enemy of truth and fight with another wrongdoer person. These are enemy of truth, this is enemy of truth. It gives resources to this guy and that guy to kill each other and nullify each other. Sometimes give a lot of resources to a good guy to do good things. Sometimes doesn't give you resources because he knows what is inside your heart. He knows if he gives you resources, you will flip from right to wrong. There are many reasons. He knows your own motivation, he knows your internal state, and resources is given to anybody he decides. 30. 112 All Huballahu Ahad. Chapter 112. I said in the Holy Week on Earth, I described it in many pages. I made graphics to describe how it works. Chapter 112, chapter of unity. Muslims call it sincerity, which is a nonsense name. It has nothing to do with sincerity. It's unity. There is only one God. I don't go through 112 again. Read all of it in the book. There is only one God. For Muslims, Jews, Christians, and those Indians who have brain and have one God. There is only one. 31. 115 23. قل رب أحكم بالحق وربنا الرحمن المستعان على ما تصفون. God judge between us. Say our teacher is kind to everybody. Rahman means kind to everybody. Believer and unbeliever is kind to you. The fact that he is bothering me to come and talk for you unbeliever, pest, useless pieces of garbage is his kindness at my cost. Who cares? If I was you, if I had his power, all of you were dead in a second. Well, he's kind. He said, yeah, go and teach them stuff. That's his kindness. He wants to warn you. He wants to change you. He wants to teach you. He sent a book through messenger to unbelievers to learn and change and don't go to hell. This is kindness. Al-Musta'an, everybody asking help from him. Ala ma tasifun. However you describe God is different, is way above your descriptions. It's too big, too large. One aspect of God is the vacuum energy. He has the power of vacuum energy. He is the vacuum energy. He is the light of universes and the earth. He is the power of universes and the earth. That vacuum energy description was 3 minutes. One professor of physics described it in YouTube. And I wrote it in the book and described it in several pages with pictures to know the hugeness of power of God. Whatever you describe is bigger than that. Go and read those descriptions so you have some vague ideas about how God is. Slide 32, 34, 31. قال الذين كفروا لن نؤمن بهذا القرآن ولا بالذين يدعي. Unbelievers say, oh, don't believe in stuff that he says in Quran, in Holy Week on Earth. Don't believe in these things. If you could see when the wrongdoers, zalimun, unjust people, are made to stand before God in the judgment day, refuting each other's word. They fight with each other in the judgment day. Those who were oppressed will say to those rich people and oppressors in the judgment day, in front of God, if not for you, we would have been believers. No, take responsibility of your actions. Yes, rich people steal your resources. Well, you don't need resources to read Book of God. It's free on the web. Download it from our website and read it. If you have money, go and buy it from Amazon. The money will be used for a sanctuary for animals, if it's making any money. I don't care about that. I don't care about the money. The content is free. It is not their fault that you are not following path of God. It is your own filthy life. It's your own filthy mind. Read Book of God, clean up yourself, clean up your mind. Then you don't need to do those arguments in the judgment day in front of God. Oh, this is their fault, this is their fault. No, it's your own fault. They go to hell, you go too. Chapter 67, sentence 2, slide 33. الذي خلق الموت والحياة ليبلوكم أيكم أحسن عملا. You say, what is the life purpose? Is the question, the big question, why you are here. God created death and life to test you who is doing the best thing that they can do. وهو العزيز الغفور. And God is impenetrable and forgiving. What's the purpose of life? The purpose of everybody's life is different, to see what's the best thing that you can do. What's the best thing that you can do? Some people have brain, some people have less brain. Those people have more resources, should do more. Those people have less resources, expected from them less. The best thing that you can do, death and life is there, created by God to test you. Did you recognize what is the best thing that you can do or not? And if you did you do it or not? And the best thing that you can do is fighting for justice for animals, not for human rights. Let humans kill each other. Who cares? The both sides of both wars are corpse eater. Let them kill each other and become less. Fight for justice for animal rights. That is the only just thing that you can do at this time, until the whole planet is vegan. After that, you find the best thing that you can do. It's a long way to there. Slide 34, 2174. Lut. Lut was the name of the prophet of that nation. آتيناه حكما وعلما ونجيناه من القرية التي كانت تعمل الخبائث إنهم كانوا قوما سوء فاسقين. Lut was prophet of God. God said, tell these people, these homosexuals, these lesbians, they are doing the worst, filthy, stupid, garbage, dirty thing possible. Tell them, straighten up or we are going to kill you all. The same, I'm telling you. All homosexuals and lesbians should become straight, or else they should be killed like disease, like bacteria. Two angels came from God to Abraham. Abraham was afraid because they looked very terrible, very horrible. He said, oh, who are you? They said, we are angels of God. He said, what are you doing here? He said, we are going to destroy Sodom and Gomorrah. Why? Because they are all filthy, garbage, parasite, homosexuals and lesbians. And they did. And God rescued Lut and his family. Except then his wife, who was one of those filthy things, so she was killed. Slide 35. 1954. واذكر في الكتاب إسماعيل. Mention Ismail in the kitab. In which kitab? In Holy Week on Earth. He's telling me واذكر في الكتاب إسماعيل إنه كان صادق الوعد وكان رسولا نبيا. Ismail was Rasul, was messenger, was prophet, and صادق الوعد. Whenever he was saying something, he was doing it. Learn from Ismail. Either don't do anything, don't say anything, don't promise anything, but if you promise, do it. Your neck is breaking, your word is not breaking. Or don't say it, don't promise it. This is Ismail, prophet of God at that time. He is sending this sentence 1954 in Quran through Gabriel to Muhammad to tell me at this time to add to Holy Week on Earth, and I did add. It's not for Muhammad and Quran, because he said a lot of stuff about Ismail through Gabriel and they wrote it. It's not about Vazkor write in their book. But they are writing anyway. Because Muhammad was not writing. Everything that was written in the book, Gabriel told him. He's telling me, you go and mention Ismail in your book, in Holy Week on Earth. As I said, many of sentence of Quran was sent 1400 years ago for me, for Moses at this time to write in Holy Week on Earth. And from time to time when this come, I tell you which one. This was one of them. And in the book, those that I discovered, I wrote. Slide 36, 299. وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ وَمَا يَكْفُرُ بِهَا إِلَّا الْفَاسِقُونَ. And indeed we have sent down for you clear signs, clear miracles, and nobody is denying them except then fasiqun, those filthy, dirty people who cannot think. Dirt and filth and darkness and defilement is in their mind and their heart and their life. They are those who deny it. Yeah, it's clear. Slide 37, 2765. قُلْ لَا يَعْلَمْ مَنْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ الْغَيْبَ إِلَّا اللَّهُ وَمَا يَشْعُرُونَ أَيَّانَ يُبْعَثُونَ. Tell them, لَا يَعْلَمْ, nobody knows the unseen in the universe and the earth except them God. And you don't know when you will be resurrected. No, you don't know when you are going to die, you don't know when you will be reborn again, you don't know when is the last judgment day. None of these, you know. I am not telling anybody. It is his kingdom, he does whatever he likes. 38. 1832 واضرب لهم مثل رجلين جعلنا لأحدهما جنتين من أعناب وحففناهما بنخل وجعلنا بينهما زرعا. Present to them, give them this example of two men. We gave one of them 2 gardens of grapes, and we bordered them with palm trees and placed between them fields of crops. Tell them this story. 1833. Each of the 2 gardens produced its fruit and didn't fall short thereof in anything, and because to gush forth within them a river. 1834. And he had fruit, so he said to his companion while he was conversing with him, I am greater than you in wealth and mightier in number of men. I have more money and I have more servants and stuff. I have, you don't have stuff. 1835. وَادْخُلْ جَنَّةً وَهُوَ ظَالِمٌ لِنَفْسِهِ. He entered his garden and he was unjust to his soul. If you are proud, you are unjust to your own soul, because you are in illusion, delusion, you cause harm for yourself. And he said, I do not think that this will perish ever. I'm a rich guy, I have these gardens, I have these servants, you have nothing. Ha 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 ha, I'm rich, you are poor. 1836. And I do not think the hour will come, and even if I should be brought back to my God, I will surely find better than this as a return. I am rich in this life. First of all, there is no judgment day, and if there is a judgment day, I will be rich there too. Yeah, you will see. 1837. His companion said to him, while he was conversing with him, have you disbelieved in He who created you from dust, and then from that water thing, sperm, and then from that thing you became an infant and now you are a man? Are you disbelieving in God? 1838. But as for me, He is God, He is my teacher, and I have no other God with Him. I don't believe in anybody else except and my teacher. 1839. And why did you, when you entered your garden, not say, MashaAllah, La quwwata illa billah, if God wants? You should say, I am rich and I stay rich, and these things stay if God wants. Because if He doesn't want it, just poof and everything is destroyed. Although you see me less than you in wealth and children. You think you are important, I am not, because you have money, I don't have, you have children, I don't have, you think I am less than you, you are in illusion. You are zalimun li nafsih, you are doing injustice to your own soul, because you are going to cause harm for yourself. 1840. It may be that my Lord will give me something even better than what you have. And He might destroy all of these things that you have. He might destroy everything that you have to dust and give me more money. He can. 41. Or its water will become sunken, and you can never find it. The life force of your material wealth will become dry and you will become poor. He can do that. And his fruit were encompassed by ruin. So he began to turn his hand about in dismay over what he had spent on it, while it had collapsed upon its trellises, and said, oh, I wish I had no associated with my Lord anyone. This was the story. Two guys, one of them is rich, one of them poor. Rich guy said, I am rich, I am better than you. First of all, there is no judgment day, and even if there is judgment day, I will be big guy at that time too. And the poor guy said, don't delude yourself. He can destroy your stuff, your money, your servant, and your garden, and whatever you have, and he can give me money, and I become rich, you become poor. He can do that. Say, MashaAllah, Inshallah, if God wants. Don't say, I have this plan to do this and this and this, and I reach this goal. Yes, this is your plan. Why he is watching? He might just destroy it for the fun of it. He might destroy it because at that point something that you might do is inconsistent with one of his plans and his actions. You don't know. You should always say, I have these plans and it will create this result if God wants. Because if God doesn't want, you are doomed. he will destroy you. 39. قل إنما يوحى إلي إنما إلهكم إله واحد فهل أنتم مسلمون? Tell them, it is revealed to me, God sent to me this statement that all of your gods are only one. Jew God, Muslim God, Christian God, Hindu God is only one. There are not 200, there are not 3, there are not 5, there is only one God. He told me to tell you. فهل أنتم مسلمون? Why you are not surrendering to the God? You should. Because your brain is small. You have a very small brain. And you are very stupid. And content of your brain, the database contents in your brain is very small and inconsistent. There are thousands of statements inconsistent with each other in your brain. You are stupid and ignorant, and you decide stuff. Majority of time you decide and do things against your own welfare. Surrender to will of God, you will be better off in this life, and you will go to heaven after you're dead. You should be Muslim, surrender to God. Not you become Muslim faith. Muslims stay, Christians stay, Jews stay, whatever you are. All of you should become Holy Vegan Earth. Follow Holy Vegan Earth and become vegan religion. This is the last religion of God. But surrender your will to will of God. And God says, let my people go. All of these animals are my people, are my children. You kill my children, I destroy you all. 47:14 أفمن كان على بينة من ربه كمن زين له سوء عمله اتبعوا أهواءهم. Two people are here. One of them has a reasoning and proof and evidence from his teacher. That is me. That is Moses and all followers of vegan religion. We have proof and reasoning and evidence from God. And another group are Satan decorated filth and dirty actions that they do in their mind, and they follow their own heart than their own desires. All of the women are whores and prostitutes and walk naked in the street. All of the men are pimp, they walk naked in the street. Their desires is money, material possession, greed and filth. And all of the sins that I described, what are those sins in the book? And these are their ahwahum, their desires of their heart, and their heart is filthy because it is in the grab of Satan. This group don't follow God. Holy vegan earth people, vegan religion people, and I, Moses, we have evidence and proof and reasoning from God. Tell them, these two groups are not equal. They will destroy their life, they live in misery, they will be burned alive, then they will go to hell. These people live in prosperity and they go to heaven. 41. 34:50 قل إن زللت فإنما أزل على نفسي. Tell them, if I am doing something wrong, I am making myself doing something wrong, and I will get the reward of what I'm doing. فإن أهتديت فبما يوحى إلي ربي. And if I am on the path of guidance and light from the statements that God sent to me, إنه سميع قريب. God is listening to what I say and is near. He is watching me and you. And what is it that I say? Moses, prophet of God, brought only one sentence additional to old books. Vegan. Everybody should become vegan. And one warning, or else we will burn you alive, 7 billion of you, in the World War III. Wait and see. 42. 64:8. فآمنوا بالله و رسوله. You must have belief in the creator of universes and Moses, his messenger. وَالنُّورَ الَّذِي أَنزَلْنَا, and the light that God sent to me to bring for you, and light is knowledge. وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ. God knows what you are doing. He is observing everybody all the time, continuously. What is this nur? What is this light? Planet Earth should have only one type of human in it, which is vegan human. Vegan animals, let them be. Corpse eater animals, let them be. Humans have a small brain. They are responsible to listen and learn. This is nur. It will solve your economic problems. It will solve your poverty problems. It will solve your health problems. It will solve your war problems. Why vegan will solve your war problems? Because this is how Satan works. Learn this logic and describe it for others. This is how Satan works. He make you corpse eater. He make you kill innocent animals. Your heart become غسي your qalb. Your heart become hard. You become insensitive to pain of others. Empathy is quality of human soul. Demons of hell don't have it. They kill a chicken like that, and they eat the corpse like that, like a dog. Empathy is erased from your life. You are grown up as a corpse eater without empathy. You don't understand pain that cow, that sheep, that chicken, that fish is feeling is your pain. You don't feel that pain. You are trained as a غسي القلب, as hard as a stone. Then what will happen? Then you are greedy. They kill each other in the city as criminals. They kill each other as two nations in a war. And Satan will support both sides of both wars all the time. What will happen in the war? You burn each other's house. You spend a lot of time and money and decorate it and make it. Poof, it's gone, destroyed in the war. You become disabled, you become blind, you lose your hand or foot, and pain and fire. That is war. And why war is happening? Because you have a heart like a stone and you don't have brain. If you had brain, you wouldn't join this army. If the other group had brain, they wouldn't join that army. If everybody had brain, no soldiers was there, there won't be any war. But you are stupid. You fight for nationality, you fight for bullshit, for any stupid reason that the government will give you. And the government works for Satan. Government of this country works for Satan. Government of this country works for Satan. They give you some bullshit reasons to join the war. They give you another bullshit reason to join the war. They work for God, they claim. They say we fight for God, they claim, it's lie. They say we fight for God, they claim, it's lie. They both fight for Satan. And you have no brain. Soldiers kill each other. Satan supports both sides. In this war, in 650 wars that you demons of hell created since World War II, just look at your news, over 650 wars you created in different other countries, not in America and England, what America and England created in other countries. In World War II, World War I, and all of hundreds of thousands of wars that you did, Satan supports both sides of all wars. And you stupid people kill each other, and both sides go to hell because both sides are unjust. And why? Because he trained you as corpse eaters. Corpse eater has no empathy for anything. Do you get it? All humans must become vegan. This will solve your war problem and hundreds of other problems. This is the light of Moses. Vegan University that I described in the book, Holy Vegan Earth, is the light. وَاللَّهُ بِمَا تَعْمَلُونَ خَبِيرٌ, and God knows what you are doing. Slide 43. 65:11 رسولا يتلو عليكم آيات الله مبينات. I am messenger of God, reading statements of God, miracles of God, signs of God for you, to يخرج الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات, to bring those people who are believers and do the best thing that they can do, to bring them out of ظلمات, out of darkness, إلى النور, to the light of God. فمن يؤمن بالله ويعمل صالحا, and anybody who has belief in the Creator and do عمل صالح, do the best thing that they can do. يدخله جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار, will go to heaven like gardens that rivers flow under it, خالدين فيها أبدا, and they will be there forever. قد أحسن الله له رزقا, and God will give them good money, good food, good livelihood in heaven. Garden and river and fruit and food and money are stuff that humans with a small brain can relate to. That's why he says that heaven is like that, but it's way better than that. It's satisfaction of the soul. Anything that you want manifests. Depends on how much power you have. And hell is like fire being burned alive. Fire is something that you relate to. That's why God example of fire for hell. But it's worse than that. No, he says heaven is for those people who have belief and do the best thing that they can do. Belief. And I am bringing Nur, light of God for you. This is light of God. This is a gift for you. You don't deserve it, but God gave me to give you. Light is knowledge that God exists. Proof, reasoning. Go and read and learn the reasoning there. Mathematical proof, scientific proof, physics proof. All there. Read this, learn it, then you will believe with your brain that there is God. And read its statements. What does God say? God says, go vegan. All of you, go vegan. The earth will be inherited for vegans. Corpse eater will be extinguished like pests. And you go to heaven. Slide 44, 1912. يحيى خذ الكتاب بقوة وآتيناه الحكم سبيا. God said to John, Yahya, take the book with determination, and we gave him judgment. While yet he was a young boy. You can judge if you judge based on a book, based on a standard of God. And he was clever, even when he was a young boy, he was clever. God gave him a standard he could judge. You can judge too, based on the standards of God, not the standards of society. A standard of society makes your women prostitutes and whore and sluts. The standard of society makes your men pimps and homosexuals and garbage. Not the standards of this satanic society. The standards of God that is in the book, Holy Vegan Earth. 1913, I read for you too. An affection of God was for him, for Yahya, for John. وَذَكَاتْ بَكَانَ تَغِيًّا. God purified him, and he had taqiyah. Taqwa means what? Means self-control. إن أكرمكم عند الله أتقاكم. He doesn't say إن أكرمكم عند الله, the one who is richer. He doesn't say the one who is more generous and who is more honorable for God is the one who is richer. No, he doesn't say that. He says the one who is more honorable in the eye of God is the one who has more self-control. Taqwa, self-control against the standards of God. You should know what are those standards, and self-control, follow those. Yahya was like that. John, Yahya. Slide 45, 115, 22. It is repeated again. It's repeated as a slide 31 as well. Tell them, for those who are on the wrong path of destruction, God will extend their time of enjoyment on the earth until either they see what was promised to them and receive their torture and punishment, or the judgment day. Then they will soon know who is in the weak situation and whose army is weakest. فَسَيَعْلَمُونَ. Soon you will know who has as Afajundan, who has weak army. The same bullshit was told to me by that guy, that stupid guy. What was his name? Pharaoh, king of Egypt, 3,300 years ago. I was there with Aaron, my brother, two people, standing in front of Pharaoh king and thousands of soldiers that he had. I said, let these people go or else he will kill you all. He was literally laughing. But he controlled himself. He had self-control somehow. He said, oh really? Who? You and your army? Where is your army? It's you and this guy. I said, you shall see. سَيَعْلَمُونَ as Afajun Adan. Soon you will know whose army is weaker. I'm not relying on this katana. It's $120. One piece of metal is nothing. You have, what do you have? You have army, soldier in America, in China, 1,000, 1,000,000 or whatever. You have aircraft carrier. All of them are pissed, are zilch, are zero. Comparing with power of God, I'm relying on that power and that army. فَسَيَعْلَمُونَ who's as Afajundan, whose soldiers are weak. Soon you will see. Army of United States of America, Republic of China, all Arabs, all Army of Russia, all Army of French and English, and everybody together. Together, all your armies and tanks and aircraft carriers and aeroplanes and atomic bombs and whatever nonsense that you have is this much. As big as a small black ant on the floor. Imagine a big weight, 1,000-ton steel on top of this ant. That's power of one of our angels. All power of all armies of this planet of pests is as big as that ant. I'm relying on that army. فَسَيَعْلَمُونَ soon you will know as Afajundan whose army is weak. At that time there was Aaron. At this time it's me and this. No Aaron even. Soon you will see. All should you go vegan or we destroy this planet to dust. Slide 46, 34:3. قال الذين كفروا لا تأتينا الساعة قل بلى وربي لتأتينكم عالم الغيب. Unbelievers say, when is this happening? When is the judgment day? When is the judgment day? Tell them, yes, my God, it will surely come to you. Who's bringing the judgment day? God. When is it? Soon you will know. The decision is made. عالم الغیب, God knows the unseen. لا يعزب عنه مثقال ذرة في السماوات ولا في الأرض ولا أصغر من ذلك ولا أكبر إلا في كتاب مبين. There is not a small thing, anything, there is nothing, مثقال ذرة, smallest of particles in the universes and earth that God doesn't know, and something even smaller than that, or big or small, anything. There is nothing that God doesn't know, and everything has plan in Kitab al-Mubin, in his book. That book is not Quran, that book is not Torah, that book is not my Holy Week on Earth book. No, it's a different book that he's talking about. That's the book of plans of God. He has planned for everything, including Judgment Day for this pesky planet of barbarian dogs, Earth. The Judgment Day for this soon will come. 47. Chapter 37, statement 157. فَأَتُوا بِكِتَابِكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. What I say is from Book of God. It's called Holy Week on Earth. God sent to me Moses and bring for you, and there is proof and reasoning and evidence in it. You read to see it is Book of God. If you have any other book, show me. Any other book from God that says no, there is no judgment day, show me, if you are truthful. 48. وَيْلٌ يَوْمَئِذٍ لِلْمُكَذِّبِينَ. Well in hell, the well in hell, his name is Wail. That is for those people who deny this truth. 49. 70:23. الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَلَى صَلَاتِهِمْ دَائِمُونَ. Those who have connection with God constantly. Salat is name of that prayer that Muslims do. Salat means connection. Connect the internet, RJ45, to the internet port. You are connected to the internet. You have knowledge of everything which is there. Connect your mind and heart together to the internet of God. Connect to God through Salat, the Salat that Muslims do, which is 20 minutes, and prayer that Christians and Jews do. Connect, then you will have knowledge of God, or that type of knowledge that you need to know He will send to you. But 20 minutes Salat of Muslims is useless. 20 minutes is not enough. That is why they are miserable. I don't know what you Christians and Jews do. You just sing and dance in your churches like prostitutes and search for sexual partners in your churches. I have been there, and it was shame, and I shouted at that stupid priest, and I left. Church of God is not for music and dance and young boys and young girls go and find a date. If you want to date, go somewhere else. Not in the Church of God. Salat is not that nonsense. Connection with God. I told you what is Salat. What is connection with God? Is a pranayama in a certain way. I said, describe in the Holy Week on Earth. Go and read. 3 hours a day. 1.5 hours before sunrise. 1.5 hours before sunset. That's what you need to do. 20 minutes of Muslims is useless, not enough. You do that too, but you must do 3 hours. Before sunrise, before sunset, 1.5 hour session. I described how it should be done. The time is changed. It is time of information overload. Your brain is filled with garbage. You need that 3 hours to erase the garbage and connect with God. Then He will guide you directly. And that's the minimum. Yeah. 20 minutes of Muslims is garbage, is useless. 3 hours that I tell you is the minimum. In this 70:23 says, Ala salatahim da'imun. You should be constantly connected to God. How? Always, in the rest of the day, be aware that He is watching you. Be aware of the statements of sin, statements of standards, follow the standards. Everything that you do, you say, you don't say, oh, that's what Jesus do, what Jesus do. No, you say what God says. The statements of God are in the book. Read it. Am I doing this according to the standard, or it is inconsistent with the standard? Another thing to do, another thing to do. Every action that you do during the day should be compared with the standards of God. You should know what the standards are first. Then you are in constant connection with God. Slide 50. 50:39. فَأَصْبِرْ عَلَى مَا يَقُولُونَ. Be patient against what they say. I know what they say. They say He's making up these things and there is no God. God doesn't exist. There is not Moses. These are all stories. Yeah, you will see. I don't care. God says be patient. وَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ. And do prayer to God, connect to God, float in the ocean of laws of God. Tasbih means that. Tasbih doesn't mean Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, Ya Allah, repeat name of God, name of God. No. That is also was not good enough. Tasbih means constantly you are floating in the law. Constantly, all the time you are following the law. فَسَبِّحْ بِحَمْدِ رَبِّكَ قَبْلَ طُلُوعِ الشَّمْسِ وَقَبْلَ الْغُرُوبِ. Before sunrise and before sunset. 1.5 hour each session. How? Pranayama. What is pranayama? It's a sort of breathing, controlled breathing. How do we do that? Read in the book, I don't repeat. 51. Chapter 42, statement 41. وَلَمَنْ انْتَصَرَ بَعْدَ ظُلْمِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ مَا عَلَيْهِم مِّن سَبِيلٍ. If injustice is done to somebody, is allowed to go and revenge. Revenge the same. Don't overdo it. If somebody slapped you once, you are allowed to go and slap them once. If somebody burned your house, you are allowed to burn their house. Not burn their house and kill their dogs and cats and mother and father. No. Revenge equally. Qisas means revenge equally. You should be very careful to do equally. Don't do more. If injustice is done to you, you are allowed to revenge equally. This is the standard of God. The standard of God, law of God. And nobody can blame you. Now, here comes Alam nashrah laka sadrak. God said, didn't I expand your heart and mind? Is telling me in chapter 94, is telling to Muhammad as well. Didn't I expand your heart and mind and vision? You can ask this from God. Prayer is not, oh God, give me money, give me money, give me money. That's a stupid prayer. You have to ask God to expand your mind and heart, to make your vision wide angle, to see everything, to understand. Injustice is done to me. They came and killed my sister and go and kill the guy. This is qisas. They came and killed my brother and go and kill the murderer. This is qisas. This is justice. Now expand your mind. They killed that chicken. They killed that sheep. They killed that cow. They killed that fish. These are my sisters and brothers. Expand your mind. All of these animals are my sisters and brothers. All of these animals are your sisters and brothers. They killed your sister, that cow. They killed your brother, that chicken. They killed your family, that fish. You are allowed to go and qisas, revenge. Vegan is not religion of peace. You cannot distribute word of God with peace. First tell them, they understand, fine. If not, use force. This is a statement of God. If anybody has done injustice to him, there is no blame if he go and revenge equally. You see that? Now you see how expanded is your vision? Can you extend your family from your sister and brother to all of those cows and chickens? Can you? Are they your family or not? Or you are narrow-minded. My family is me and my wife and these 2 kids. Is that your vision? Injustice should be avenged by force. You cannot sing and dance and, oh, please go vegan, please go vegan, please go vegan, get lost. Nobody listen to that. You have to enforce it by power and weapons and equal revenge. Now you've worked it out. What is equal revenge? They are killing 50 billion animals a year. How many are they? 7 billion. Each one of them should be killed 7 times. Slide 52. 26, 125. Inni lakum rasulun amin. Indeed, I am for you a trustworthy messenger. These are standards of God. These are statements of God telling me to tell you. I don't change it. There's nothing in it for me to change it, because if I change it, he will punish me. I'm not going to do anything against him. You are dumb, you are ignorant, you don't know he exists. I know, I'm talking with him every day. Amin means trustworthy. What he says, I tell you, I don't change it. Why I don't change it? Because I'm afraid of him. Really, seriously, I'm afraid of him. If I do something that is against his word, and I'm clever enough not to do that. That's why I am Amin. That's why I'm trustworthy. That's why I'm not changing things. Slide 53. 72-25. قل إن أدري غريب ما توعدون أم يجعل له ربي أمدا. Tell them, I don't know, this thing that I'm promising you, the judgment day for the nation of earth, that all of you will be burned alive in World War III, is it near or soon, or is going to delay it for a short time? That I don't know. 54. 10:62. ألا إن أولياء الله لا خوف عليهم ولا هم يحزنون. Indeed, friends of God have 2 things not, fear and sadness. Friends of God are never fearful of anything, because they see all of you are pest, parasite, small ants. You cannot do nothing compared with the power of God that we are relying on. No khawf, no fear of anything. And they are never sad. Depression, sadness, they never have it. Why? Because everything is fine. We win. We already won. I described for you in the book. We own this planet now. In this alternate reality I'm describing for you soon will happen. It's already happened. Vegans inherit the earth. That's the plan. So be happy about it. La khawfun wa la yahzanun. Friends of God have no fear ever of anything, and no sadness and depression at all. Always happy. 55. 72-22. قل إني لا يجيرني من الله أحد ومن لا يجد من دونه ملتحدا. Say, indeed, there will never protect me from God anyone if I should not listen to him. nor will I find in other than God any refuge. If he wants to harm me, nobody can help. And if I want help, I will not ask anybody except God. But I expect no harm from God. You know why? Because of intelligence that he has given me as a gift. Thank you. I do not oppose his will. I do not oppose his words. Why? Because I know he is a billion times more clever than me, and the stuff that he says makes sense. And what does he say? He said, believe in me and therefore go vegan and don't kill animals and make a decent life. Don't do injustice. Be just. Intelligent people follow God. Dumb people are deniers and whatever it is, atheists and whatever they are. 56. قل أنفقوا طوعا أو كرها لم يتقبل منكم إنكم كنتم قوم فاسقين. You have charity organization, you pay for charity, you think they are doing good stuff, he doesn't accept it. Because you are nation of filth. You are dirty and filthy and disobedient against the laws of God. Your women are prostitutes and whores and sluts, and your men are dirty and adulterous and pimps. You are disregarding the standards of God in 200 states. In 200 statements you disregard, and then go and tell $5 and $10 to charity. I don't accept. God says I don't accept. You remember Habil and Qabil, those two, Canon and Abel, you know your names, those two brothers. This guy brought something as sacrifice for God, that guy brought something as sacrifice for God. He didn't accept that and accepted from this guy. Why? He said, because you are common fasiqeen, you are breaking my rules in everywhere, and now you pay to charity. I don't accept. You will go to hell. It's useless. First you have to clean up your inside. Clean up your mind of a standard of society which is garbage and satanic. Clean up your heart of desires of material life, and then if you sacrifice, God will accept. If you give anything as charity, God will accept. What does it mean God will accept? It means he will reward you in heaven. Slide 57, the last one. أَمَّا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا وَعَمِلُوا الصَّالِحَاتِ. Except then those people who have belief and do the best thing that they can do. فَلَهُمْ جَنَّاتِ الْمَأْوَى نُزُلًا بِمَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. They will go to heaven as a reward of the stuff that they have done. Amanu, belief with reasoning, and Amalu Salahat, the best thing that they can do. And the best thing that you can do is fight for justice, for animal rights at this time. That's the only thing that has worth. Anything else that you do is worthless. This was the last slide. These set came from 13th of July to 9th of September 2017, and now it is May 1st of 2019 that, according to plan, I had to present it to humans.